What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com, creator of the Outright Bar, as well as partner in the Ambrosia Collective and 015 Nutrition. This question comes from Instagram. My Instagram is at Marc Lobliner. And I asked these on my story. Be sure to always check out my story. That's at Marc Lobliner on Instagram. Anyway, this comes from Barbarian Hawk. Nabetcher, my boy, an MTS athlete, but he has a question that I think everybody can benefit from. So let's go ahead and answer this question. And again, if you have further questions, wait for me to put up that question sticker, ask it. And if it's a question that doesn't suck, I will answer it here to the best of my ability. It comes from Hawk. Methods to bounce back natural hormones post-competition. Very good question. A question I get asked a lot and a question I've had to deal with myself. Now, I competed naturally up until the age of 27, and then I went on TRT or testosterone replacement therapy. And just go to in my history, I stayed on TRT for a majority of my career. When I turned pro in 2013, I did a very extracurricular cycle outside of TRT. Just full disclosure, for those of you who say that, hey, Marc, you're not natty, you can't comment on this. I competed and won national level NPC shows as a natural. Although I never competed naturally in a natural organization, I competed naturally as a natural in an untested organization. Excuse me. Just because I just didn't feel like competing anywhere but the NPC. It is what it is. I was a snob. I thought if I couldn't compete with the best of the best, I'm not going to compete. Turns out there's a lot of good natural athletes who would have beaten me on stage anyway. Long story short, when you're dieting, we got to go evolutionary, right? Like when you're in a time of famine, when you're back in the day, you're a caveman roaming around, dragging bitches around by the hair. Let's say there's no woolly mammoths to kill. There's a woolly mammoth shortage. Let's say there was an ice age or some shit. All the woolly mammoths died off. So you have no food. You're not eating. You're hunting. You might be getting a rabbit here or there to feed your family. You're not getting much of anything. You might be feeding on some berries or whatever. Your calories are low. You're roaming around all the time trying to find food. And your caloric balance is off, meaning that you are burning way more calories than you need. So your body says, because your body's intention is to survive as a human being. It's to carry on the human race. So your body's like, holy fuck, I'm not eating. So what your body does is it adjusts or it adapts your metabolism, right? So your metabolism drops a little bit. Okay, that's that, right? But let's get into beyond that. Let's get into beyond metabolic adaptation, or as it was erroneously called back in the day, metabolic damage. I don't believe you damage your metabolism. I believe your metabolism just adapts. It's a survival mechanism, right? It's fucking brilliant. The human body, being muscular, big, gaining lean mass and losing fat is completely against survival, which is what makes this such a fun and stupid hobby at the same time. So let me put it to you this way. So let's say you have no food. You're not eating. You got this gorgeous cave girl next to you. You know, she's been dieting because there's no woolly mammoths around. Her waist is small. You know, maybe she's related to my wife's ancestors, so she's got a big, fat, jiggly ass. And she's got some big old cave girl boobies. And she's got long, beautiful cave girl hair. I'm getting an erection just talking about this. Tied together with vines and thorns and whatever the fuck cave people wore. And she's looking good, man. So usually when you have woolly mammoth, you're eating and you have plentiful food, right? And your body's at a good body fat for a caveman. I'd say that's around 12 to 20% body fat. And you're just going at it, man. You're just procreating, creating a bunch of little cave babies. And it's just an amazing thing, right? Like you're just like, man, even though this cave woman doesn't shower much and her cave vagina smells terrible, you know, you look past that because she's a cave girl and she's hot and she's 24, 36, 20, wait, what is Sir Mix-a-Lot? 36, 24, 36, and she's only 5'3". And so everything's working, man. And then you have no woolly mammoths. And you keep getting this cave girl pregnant. These cave bitches keep getting pregnant. And you know that, like, you can't even feed yourself or your cave girls. So your body's like, dude, we can't feed these cave babies at all. So what happens is your brain and your body work together. Your body's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, we got to drop this testosterone, man, because you keep banging this cave girl and having all these cave babies. So you drop your cave testosterone, right? From there, your libido, your brain just isn't working right. Your serotonin levels are off. Everything's off. And your libido goes down. So let's say your cave girl is bending over like fully naked because cave people had no clothes. So your cave girl is bending over and you got her cave vagina right there in your face. You can see her cave boobies in front of her when she's bending over and nothing happens. That's because you don't have any woolly mammoth to eat and your cave stomach is hungry and you don't want to make more cave babies. So what happens to a natural bodybuilder is similar to what happened to these cave people. I assume. I've never met one because I'm only 40. I'm not 40,000. So, you know, your body's evolutionarily programmed to do things. And number one is don't procreate, don't create more babies, and don't do that if you can't feed the family you have. If you're hungry. Because if you're hungry, then your kids ain't eating either, right? So there you go. That's the scientific explanation of why it drops.
Cheers.
Carbon Culture Gym here with Victoria and Josh, trying the new waffles and syrup outright bar. Go ahead, guys, give it a go.
Cheers. Damn, that's good.
It's got real stroop waffles in it. Know what a stroop waffle is?
This is breakfast of the week right here.
It is, and it has the 2 grams of velocitol, so it doubles the power of your protein throughout the day. So in the whole world of outright bars, would this make it into your mix?
100%. Definitely.
And by the way,
top 3 favorite outright bars right here.
Top 3 favorite?
Top 3 favorite flavors.
That's a good breakfast too.
That's a bold statement right there.
So also, we're at Carbon Culture Gym. It is available at Carbon Culture Gym in both Murfreesboro and Franklin, Tennessee. This is why no one watches my videos. So anyway, check it out. So how do you get it back? Number one is you have to reverse diet. Now, the worst thing you can do is just binge eat. Because those 30 weeks of dieting you put in as a natural athlete, because you natural motherfuckers take a long time to lose weight correctly, you know what? You don't want to throw that down the window. And also the negative effects of just eating, from edema to everything that can happen. So you want to reverse diet. That's a whole nother video, but basically you want to aim to gain about 1 to 2 pounds a month in your reverse diet. So here's what I recommend. Now, I like to do this with my athletes. So let's say you're on pretty much survival calories. You're on low fat, low carb, almost a protein only diet. What you want to do is slowly add back in calories. So the day of the show, let's say it's a Saturday, that night you're carved up that day. So that night you have a free meal. You go to Outback Steakhouse. Yeah, you go to Cheesecake Factory, you have the cheesecake. You go to McDonald's, you have your favorite quarter pounder with cheese, or your McRib if it's in season, because the McRib is amazing. And then Sunday morning you go and you have a delicious breakfast. You go to your favorite pancake house, you go to IHOP, and then you get right back on your diet. You go to what your diet was the Wednesday before the show, because you probably carved up Thursday and maybe done something else Friday. So let's say you go back to the last normal day of your diet, so whether that's Monday or Wednesday of the week before, or even the Friday before the peak week of your diet. Go to that. Now you will immediately drop a little bit because you'll probably gain 5 to 10 pounds. I like to see a 3 to 5 pound immediate weight gain post-show. That allows you some cushion for the push-in. It allows you to kind of get back in the zone. And then you slowly increase calories to gain around a half to 1 pound a week, at most. So it's going to be very controlled. So you're going to be raising your calories slowly. You're going to be raising your calories. If you, let's say you gain, say you competed at 170, and let's say you get up to 173. The week after that, I want you to be at 174. The week after that, I want you to be at 174 again, or 174 and a half. Your scale does that. The week after that, somewhere between 174 and 175. So the goal is going to be around 2 pounds of weight gain a month, not counting that 3 pounds that you gain immediately post-show. As you will notice, you'll be adding calories back in, and some people even lose weight. There's no real explanation for it other than just your hormones came back, from your leptin to your ghrelin to your thyroid to all that. Without getting too scientific, because this is YouTube, this isn't a TED Talks. You know, my whole thing is I want you guys to take into consideration the slow weight gain, but it will come back. How long will it take? It depends on the person. One time I prepped for a show naturally, and it took, to get my full sex drive and my feelings of wellness back, it took about 6 to 8 weeks. My brother took about 12 weeks after he won his pro card. Yes, my brother is a pro bodybuilder as well, pro natural bodybuilder. So, yeah, it's going to take time. Supplements you can add in. MTS Nutrition Insurgent. What will happen is it has a good dose of carnitine in it, which helps increase free testosterone, helps release free testosterone. And also you have Prima V, which has been shown to increase testosterone and free testosterone on 20%. Also have Alpha NRG, which has tremendous results in people in, you know, increasing testosterone. Insurgent would be the supplement I recommend taking. Insurgent, obviously make sure your fats are enough. Get your 5 total MTS Nutrition fish oil a day. So I want 3 grams of combined EPA, DHA a day. And don't shy away from saturated fats. You know, if you're going to get fat, you know, I want you to eat peanut butter and monounsaturates and all that, but don't be afraid to have a steak here and there. I like to eat I don't get much chicken in my diet. I'm a big beef guy. Get that grass-fed beef, get that bison, get that elk. You know, those are great for you. Now, Nabetra, you're a vegan, or Hawk. I'm sorry, I always call you by your American name. But Hawk, you're a vegan. So for you, you know, you can't have cholesterol because it's hard to get cholesterol. You can't get cholesterol from vegan sources. You got to rely on your body's own production of it. So honestly, for you, you know, Planta is a great whole source of protein. It has a great biological value for a plant-based protein, Ambrosia planta. But honestly, if you're a vegan, Insurgent, you know, if you're a non-vegan, fish oil and Insurgent. And then it's about diet. So reverse diet. Now I'm going to link down below a good reverse diet / bulking plan written by Mr. Olympia, Brandon Curry, also my business partner. It's going to be linked down below. And that's a great way. Just use that exact diet, but adjust it as needed to gain that 2 pounds a month. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video. I love all of you. And of course, support us by shopping at tigerfitness.com. I want you to know that the new Outright waffles and syrup breakfast bar is in stock now, and it's delicious. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's not a game. Cauli Power Pizza. I gotta admit, I'm one of those guys who said, if you're gonna eat pizza, eat real pizza. But Flex Pro Meals has not done me wrong. 20 carbs, 55 protein, 30 fat for y'all keto types. I'm gonna throw it in the microwave and we're gonna try this bad boy out. Flexing with the microwave, y'all. I'm ready to try it. It smells good. I wish y'all could smell this, but unfortunately, you know, my boy Steve Jobs died before he could figure that function out on the iPhone. So here comes the dog. Ruckus, I would like some of that cauliflower pizza. I'll try. I'll be a taste tester. All right, here goes. That was him talking, by the way. I'm not weird. Look, it's actually cut into little pieces. So what we're gonna do is, I don't want to burn my mouth, so we're gonna pause this. I'm gonna come back to you in about 2 minutes. I have this nifty little spatula. Look how perfect, it was made for this. So here we go. So I'm gonna try this, all right? So look, it actually resembles a pizza, and it actually holds like a pizza. Oh my God. They actually did it. They made a low-carb pizza. This is amazing, guys. Anyway, flexpromeals.com. Coupon code Lobliner saves you some cash. And try this pizza. This is good.